Hey everybody, welcome to BombSquad. I'm Dan Stacy, and you're about to witness my nerdy family and I use silly voices and exploding dice to tell a good story. And one more time, it's probably going to go up Thanksgiving, so you might as well put it on.
That works for Thanksgiving too.
It's relatively, it kind
I
of
think
looks
we'll
like
be
a...
So happy
Totally.
Thanksgiving. I
Yeah.
think it'll be Thanksgiving when this comes out. Anyways.
And if you
Turkey
need
Day.
a substitute for apple pie, check
Nothing.
out the video for the BombSquad RPG Amory.
Yeah,
Apple pie
Delish.
crumble protein shake.
it was good. That one was good, yeah.
Not pumpkin,
good segue.
apple. I like pumpkin.
Although you can
The apple's
substitute
good too.
pumpkin
Pumpkins or both.
or both.
At the
No.
same
Actually, I've done that.
pumpkin.
No.
Look at this, guys. Tia Mimi made this so that you can detach the poof ball.
What?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
How come the tag looks like legit?
Because
she
she's
is.
legit.
I know, but like, did she sew that tag?
I actually don't know. I'm assuming she did.
Man.
Anywho, don't forget, we're
Tia
doing...
Mimi, comment below.
That'd be awesome if she was watching.
She watched our one shot.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Also, a reminder, we are running a contest for our 1-year anniversary on YouTube, and you will win a bag of dice and our BombSquad dice pads. And if we get 150 subscribers by the end of the contest, which will end in December, the end of December, if we hit 150 subscribers by then, we will be adding 2 additional winners to the sweepstakes, as well as probably t-shirts. We're working on that right now.
Male and female.
Male and female versions t-shirts for those who are picky about it. They will be V-neck and other, what is it? Doesn't matter.
V-neck, organic cotton.
Organic cotton.
Deep V.
Deep
chest
V,
hair.
Chest hair.
Okay, optional, but
No.
We're working on it.
That's right.
Anywhere.
it comes on the shirt.
Snap on off. It's not actually gonna be that way.
Oh, let's dive into the hairiest episode of BombSquad. So, we dive back in. Where we left off, you guys had... you guys had finally arrived at a breer, having had discussions with Boria Voznesensky.
Bless you.
Thank you. Found out some stuff about Demeter had brought back the notes, and it's known the dwarves are looking at trying to retake the goblin territories that have been taken from them so long ago. At least some of them are. There's a disagreement there on whether they should. Tiri's agreed to help. Tried to redraw some of the map that parts of the map that Brick had found under the water.
Ilyad helped.
long time ago. Ilyad helped with a stick figure. And you arrived at Abrir getting a sight of all the technology and magic that is going on in this port city, this port metropolis would be more accurate. And upon landing there, you ran into a Bohan female whose name you will never know. And
She did.
she was declaring the end of the world, doing kind of some street preaching, calling for people to worship the All-Mother, to give her strength, to fight back this dark tide. You did get some information on possibly what Tiri's hubby is up to. Going to Nicaea, what happened there. This Bohan was a very young child at the time and doesn't really remember clearly, but she did mention that some light has been seen on the mainland, and they did send proof of it to the king of Dinalthir. At least that's what she claims. You escaped from this awkward situation shortly after Tiri knocked Ilyad on his butt.
However gracefully.
Yes, the recovery was decent. And while they discussed whether or not Kari likes Ilyad's butt, Arkeero shot flashbangs basically into the air with a 65 and blinded the area for a short time and pushed the party out of the way. The Bohan may or may not have been pushed or fallen into the water in the struggle.
Deliberately.
She's dead.
She's dead.
She drowned.
Rick is certain that she's
Cow
dead.
tipping.
That Bohan, right?
Cow
His name
tipping,
was
Sure.
Never gonna happen. So, leaving there, you decided to follow Olmsted to the Black Tankard, which is an interesting tavern where you can literally jump out of the backside of the tavern into the ocean. Most people don't seem to be jumping, but people do go out that side of the room, and before engaging in any kind of dialogue, Tiri noticed an arm wrestling competition going on and thought knocking Ilyad on his butt was not enough to get the aggression boiling up inside of her after all of this. Because we haven't had combat in a while, so Tiri decided to wrestle with a massive orc, some deceptive magical help from Ingrid, a little bolstering from Brick, and the dark shadow with the bright eye standing behind her, boring into the soul of the orc, caused her to win the arm wrestle by 1 point.
Fair and square.
Fair and square.
I know nothing else.
It's true. Ilyad made some money on that and encouraged the crowd.
We made some money on that.
It may have been a
The
joint
discussions are
investment.
still going. You then sat down to talk with the Dreki pirates, and they let you know they were into merchandise acquisition business. And Arkeero
Would not
said,
have it.
yes, then promptly knocked them all unconscious. And said,
Yes,
yeah,
I
we're
will
not
help
doing
you.
this.
Yes, I will help you. I will help you not hurt anyone. I did not lie.
A final nod and a glass raised from the orc that Tiri bested. Out the door you went to Tajeca, the House Tajeca. Before we go
Question.
there, yes,
Where's Nori?
Yeah, I haven't had my conversation with him yet.
that's true. Yeah, we gotta do that. Nori, well, you guys would, yeah, he's with you. You would have
He's been awfully quiet.
I know.
I still have his backpack.
he's walking
yeah.
around with glass, something in his backpack.
Let's say he missed the entire arm wrestling thing because he was boring one poor elf at the bar with some story and wouldn't let him look away from the activity, and you guys had to drag him away, like chugging his ale as you're pulling him away. So we'll do 2 things and then we'll go to Tajeca. We'll do Brick and Nori and Ingrid. We'll do Ingrid first because Ingrid had used Street Rat to pick up some information
Yes.
while at the Black Tankard.
Street rat with her
Riff raff,
specific.
street rat.
What?
I don't buy that. Aladdin. Only he looked closer.
Oh, I
Only solos.
So, what Ingrid picks up. So Ingrid's basically walking through the crowd, chit-chatting with a lot of people, and just listening in to what people are saying during the thing. And also, you guys spent some time there drinking with everybody because everyone was buying you drinks and singing the song of the gnome and the orc. And
Can you compose something for us?
Oh, absolutely.
I want you to learn that one. You should add it to your repertoire.
So here's the things that you learned with Street Rat. In addition to, you're getting like everything because of you guys successfully did that challenge event. Tiri bested an orc, and your Street Rat. Like, this is the stuff you pick up. Piracy is good business right now, and there's a lot of them working on it because, especially in this part of the seas, between Semcarentus and Avasoon, really between Semcarentus and Ayaklasi, which is the archipelago that makes up the homeland of the Dreki and the Scolari, where Avasoon, the capital, is. And Avasoon is the capital of Ayaklasi, as well as the Rome of the Dragon Faith. It is where the high seat of the Dragon Faith resides. And it's where everyone makes their pilgrimages. There's, most people would probably know that it's...
Okay, somebody's laughing and it's really irritating
Okay,
me. I'm sorry.
Shoot them too.
Can I hit
dark
that
guy.
person, whoever it is?
Yeah, can that be a rule? Like, Ingrid has to shoot whatever
It's
the
annoying.
source of whatever sound
Sorry.
that she
I
wants
see,
to
I
turn
see.
down.
Somebody is laughing so loud.
Sorry, I'm just doing
They're
But it just
Good
makes them
times.
quieter.
Why do you
All
have to stop
children.
having a good time?
It just makes them quiet. It doesn't put them to slight silence.
Yes.
That person!
I'm sorry,
They
there's a
sound
lot.
so happy.
They do sound
All right,
okay.
I'll edit this out. Hold on a second.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
No, don't edit
I
this
didn't
out.
notice
This is
it.
good stuff.
Okay, I can't remember where I left off. So almost everybody has probably heard some kind of myth or talk that the reason Avasoon is so important is that at some point they believe the White Dragon left the temporal plane at that spot, and that's why it's become famous. He ascended to a new level sometime long ago. At least that's what
Yeah, he did.
people claim. The Dreki and Scolari especially. So, all that being said, the schism in the faith between the traditionalists and the reformists right now is what's causing piracy and mercenary work to be so lucrative right now, because both are hiring pirates and mercenaries to attack the others. This is a very Cold War thing going on here. It's shipments and people on pilgrimage, anything. There's a lot of times one side will hire pirates and mercenaries to protect them from the other side who's hiring other pirates and mercenaries. So a lot of the pirates and mercenaries all know each other and end up fighting each other. So it's a lot of times they get together, like in the Black Tankard right now, and they're talking about how hilarious it is that they're just milking both sides of this little quiet argument and just making a ton of money off of it. And there's a lot of times where entire ships are run by pirates and mercenaries, and they end up meeting up with each other, and they never actually fight each other. They just make agreements with each other and then tell different stories to their buyers. So like they make out even better. Like, it is the time to be a pirate or mercenary right now, because there's all this. The traditional reformists don't want to outwardly go against each other or say anything, so they're going through these third parties. And within the past year or so, though, things have gotten a little strange. You hear a lot of rumors and stories about ships being swallowed up by the sea. There's a lot of old myths of the great monsters of the deep, the great monsters of the old coming back, krakens and leviathans. Arkeero had heard Olmsted talking about a Leviathan story, and there's even talk of sirens.
Mahara.
Mukmahara is the deity of the oceans, basically, or at least what you can tell is that sailors especially pray to Mukmahara for safety. And they're saying he's mad or something. Like, just, there have been several boats that have just disappeared. The biggest rumor and the most popular one right now, because a few have returned claiming this, is the rumor of the Vanishing Islands, which is an old story, especially in Semkrentes as well as Iaclasi. It's of these islands that mysteriously appear where they shouldn't be or have never been charted before. And then it gets weird. There's several different versions. Some people talk of, there's one famous story of these 4 brothers that sailed, found a vanishing island, and met 4 beautiful sea nymph sisters there. And they spent like months there and were gonna marry them, but then they realized the sea nymphs were sucking the life out of them every night, and one of the brothers was able to escape, and the rest were sucked back into the ocean as the island sunk when they realized what happened. That's a very popular old story, so a lot of bards are singing it now, especially at Blank Tankard. You probably heard that song once or twice being sung. But people are saying something like that is happening again. And that's why ships are disappearing. They're crashing into these islands. Either they're being lured, some people say they're being lured there by sirens and then transported to another realm to be used as, to procreate. Or the punishment, one of the big ones that they're saying is that it's the punishment of Mukmahara, because a lot of them say that the Vanishing Islands are these islands on the backs of giant whales that are so large that an ecosystem is formed on their backs. And so when they come to the surface, the ships crash land on them. And it looks like a paradise island, but Mukmahara draws them in, disloyal or mutinous crew members, and lures them to this island. And once they're beached on the island, they think they're in a paradise, but then all of a sudden it's like Atlantis. It's just completely submerged in the sea and they drown, or the whale eats them whole. So those are the scary stories going on right now, and that's really the big things you pick up with Street Rat. Yeah, I mean, it's all these people talking, and it's all people swapping, fishtails and stuff. None of this is... The piracy is good business. That feels pretty solid. The rest of it is like, well, ships have disappeared. It's not enough to stop commerce, but it's enough for people to start telling old stories again.
So, on our way to the rich people, I'm going to just relay everything that I found out. And then she said, and then he said, and then whales and islands.
Can that be the title of the episode? I said, she said, and whales and islands.
Whales and islands.
Can I, with a little picture of like a whale with like palm trees and stuff on its back.
Yep.
The mercenaries and the pirates are working together. Did I pick up on that correctly?
Those titles are
Interchangeable.
easily exchanged.
Mercenaries
I
are
feel
pirates.
way less confident about the booze cruise. Just saying that.
Pirates.
I mean, well, I guess Brick wouldn't really know this necessarily.
I heard
Mercenary is just a kind of term for I hired you to keep me safe, or I hired you to kill somebody.
Don't
or
know
I
where
hired
you
to
came
do
from
this.
or what
right.
you do.
So if there are
No
a
questions.
fleet of
do the job,
mercenaries
get
around
paid.
this booze cruise, I know it's not a booze cruise, but we started with it. I can't go back now. We're like 4 episodes deep into calling it booze cruise.
It's totally a booze cruise. It's a fantasy.
It's a booze cruise.
With a small child on board.
In January.
In January. we're in October, so it's pretty close.
This
It's
is an
34
I know,
degrees
right?
outside. So.
It is 34 degrees, so it's basically January. Would I recognize the difference between knowing that, oh yes, those mercenaries are different than pirate mercenaries?
At an individual level, maybe.
You might not necessarily, but
Right.
we would.
I mean, you would recognize the Tajeca do have a certain amount of, like a standing military is not the right word, but a guard consortium.
So would I understand that the guards are not possibly pirates?
Yeah.
Like they're not freelancers?
Yeah, it's basically like what's going to happen. And we'll
salaried versus contractors.
Yeah, exactly, yes. The officers of the ships are going to be the actual, actually employed by the Tajeca, probably family, extended family members that run each of the ships, but they don't have enough to actually man the ships.
Okay.
And the more dangerous it gets, the more protection you need, the more manpower you need. You start to get less picky. And they're not on the
And you
actual
get
booze
us.
cruise, so... so...
Hey, we're just the entertainment. That's me with like a cane and a top hat doing the...
I have a cane.
So,
Dart flies up the side and some guy falls off the edge.
Right?
Sorry.
Ilyad is going to be attempting to get directions to the Tajeca through his wily ways. Meanwhile, Brick, you can talk to Nori, and then we'll go to Tajeca.
Yeah. You have something to say to me. I can just feel it.
Always. I made something for you. But Dan didn't print it out. I need to print it out for you.
That's okay.
He made you those bullets.
I'm sure by the time this episode comes out, there will be a beautiful little
There will be an
picture
overlay.
right next to Dan's face.
Yes. I made you some of these. Well, first of all, here's these. And he pulled out a bag, and it's a bunch of bullets for the goblin pistol that you have.
Oh.
Just basic bullets. So you can now use the goblin 6-shooter that you have.
Wow.
Or is it 4-shooter? I can't remember. Anyways. And, but, he says, but, Felicity and I, wonderful girl, had a lot of fun. And we made a couple of these. They're 5 explosive rounds. So that's your expendable item you're getting. Nice. I'll get you the
For
information.
the goblin pistol?
Yes. Yep.
And you'll give me the stats on those?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Basically.
For the goblin pistol?
Yeah, he took a pistol from a goblin.
Like way back.
Oh, no, I totally remember that. That's not what I thought.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were going to go for the actual gun.
No,
No, hasn't figured out how to make that work yet.
not yet. Maybe someday.
Yes. When Ajax and Nori can talk to each other, which would be Dan talking to himself. So
I want that episode.
Oh.
And then Demeter comes in.
Yes! Alright, I'm like, as a character, I'm gonna prevent them from talking to each other until it's Demeter, Nori, and me in the same room. And then I'm just gonna...
See what happens.
And that's gonna be like the episode we did with JP. Like,
Yes.
it's just gonna be that. It's just Dan talking to himself for 45 minutes.
Oh, that'd be funny. Okay, so that's one thing. Devil's Glass went really good. Yeah, really good. Some interesting techniques Felicity had I hadn't thought of before. Don't tell Demeter. They were dwarvish.
I'm
But
gonna tell him.
they're pretty good. You're never gonna see him again unless I let you.
How dare you?
Well, no, it's just how it goes. I mean, do you even know where he is?
I know he's in the mountains.
Perfect. He took a tankard from
still
the
got
tavern.
it.
He took it with him. Perfect. Anyways, so, yeah, that's pretty much it. How you doing? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How are you?
Great. I'm so excited to fix this telescope.
Why?
I mean, you know me, right? I like
Yeah,
to
I know you
tinker.
like to fix stuff, but
Yeah.
why? Like, that's a long way to go.
I haven't been there in years. It's gonna be great to go back. They love me there.
Wait, why were you there before?
I built the telescope. Now I'm gonna make it better.
Wait, when did you build their telescope?
A long time ago.
How long ago? How old are you?
Look. Yes, I'm a little on the older age for a gnome, but I've still got things to do. That moment, you know when it comes, and it hasn't come yet. There was a time where I thought it was going to come. I wanted it to come, but it hasn't come yet.
I don't know what you're talking about,
Ask
and I'm not
Tiri.
going to ask him.
She'll
I
explain
am
it.
not going to ask Tiri.
Well, I'm not going to ask Jerry. What?
What?
I don't know.
Huh?
Anyways, yeah, so I'm really excited. Also, he pulls you back a little bit.
I'm right here.
Listen, there's a chance. I was reading through some of the what do you call it? The things that, it's like information inside your suit and your little ship you came in. Do you have, is there a word for that? It's really interesting. But anyways, I figured out a way to kind of read it.
Pervert?
No, what?
You?
No,
I don't
it's
know.
like information on, it's like, I don't know exactly all the things. I got to talk to that voice in your suit and find out exactly what's going on.
Ajax, don't talk to him.
Please stop talking. Well, I'm actually quite interested if he found flight trajectories or possibly any other kind of things like...
All right. Fine.
Anyways. Yeah. We got to talk about that. Well, okay, basically, so I think, as I understand it, there's a bigger ship that your ship came out of.
Can I look for
Does anybody
Ingrid?
hear this?
Is anybody there?
No, I think I'll say. I mean, if someone really wants to, you can roll.
I would want to... Ingrid! Shit.
Shut. We'll talk about this more later. Anyways, Ajax is like, why are you being weird? He's right.
I
knew
know.
it. I knew it. Listen, if it's still out there, I'm gonna find it with that telescope.
Can he find it with the telescope?
Well, possibly if it's still in orbit or functioning in any way. I mean, honestly, if it's still in some kind of pieces, it's probably entered into orbit around the planet.
Orbit? Like geosynchronous, or did it crash land?
Well, I don't know. That's the problem. If he's been able to pull some more records out of, well, I don't know. That was the landing vehicle we were in, so I don't know how many records he would be able to pull, but who knows? Or if anything, I need to get access to that so it might be able to piece some things back together from my corrupted data. Nori jumps up and raps on your eye. You're talking to him
Stop.
again.
Yes, I was. I'm not gonna hide that from you.
Well, you can't hide it from me.
I will hide what I said to him.
Fine. But anyways, I'm really excited about that. Don't tell the bird people unless they bring it up.
Wait. Including BIITAA Sweet?
What?
BIITAA Sweet. My boy BIITAA Sweet.
I have literally no idea.
Arkeero.
Oh, why do you call him bittersweet?
Just next time you see him, just call him BIITAA Sweet.
Okay.
Okay. But including him?
Yeah. I don't know.
Don't tell him?
Let's take it one step at a time here. If we find it, we find it. Let's see what they've found so far.
Okay.
Well, I guess now that I think about it, there's no real reason to keep it a secret. So, whatever. Hey, bittersweet!
I hear it. You guys are behind me. Just my ears flare. Slow turn. Totally bypass you. You.
Hey.
Not okay.
I'm just being friendly. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
I think it's more of a BIITAA.
It might have been the pronunciation. I
Yes.
know. I was really
Oh, so sorry.
I was weak
I'm
on
just
the
going
vowels.
off of what he said.
It's BIITAA Sweet. You gotta emphasize because it's actually double vowels on
Well,
both
now I
those.
think you're just messing with me.
No, I would never do that to you.
What is it?
Devil Glass is going really good. Felicity had some things about it. I'm really excited for it, so I think we're really going to be able to do some stuff once we get to your homeland here.
Is it finished? Do you have it with you?
Well, yeah, the glass, yeah, but we got to integrate it into the telescope system, and I have some ideas with Brick as well. I'm thinking we'll talk with that voice in his body there, and
He's not in.
well, I'm surrounding it, so
The hard
Fundamentally
shell to the
different.
soft innards.
whatever. Technically, actually,
The hard shell to the soft innards.
No!
actually quite accurate, yes. And honestly, there are some, there. You probably don't want to know. Actually, I mean, I kind of
No,
am.
we do not.
What
want
are
to
you?
know.
What do you say?
What?
Well, your whole system is integrated into the, but we're integrated together to the suit. I mean, you don't. What do you
The
think happens when you eat
burrito.
food? I take care of it.
I don't know. I never really thought about it.
All right. That was weird. So basically, there's something. I'm very excited.
So I gathered.
And once we get there, you gotta make sure there's no like, not gonna tell you this, just fix the machine. No, I need to know everything so that I can know exactly how to set things up, because I think me and the voice are gonna be able to do some little and make something special.
I'm not sure it needs fixing. It needs enhancing. It is not powerful enough to go through the weeping lights. They need to see different colors. It needs to see patterns, maybe where the current one cannot.
Exactly. So it's not doing what it needs to do, so it's broken, and I'm gonna fix it.
I wouldn't call
Tomato,
it the
tomato.
same thing.
Let's go. I'm very excited.
Is that all that you and Felicity had?
The Devil's Glass?
Yes.
Oh, we made some bullets for Brick. She did take some Devil's Glass with you, so. Or,
With her.
she took some Devil's Glass with her. She said she was gonna have a special treat for you later.
Okay.
Great girl. Great girl.
Bullets?
Yeah, like the goblins, they have their.
Yes.
It's what they shoot out of that. Except I made some. It's gonna be boom, boom, if you know what I mean. Highly unstable. It's gonna be very exciting. Don't tell Brick.
I look.
You mean when
forward to
I
it.
shoot them, right? The bullets.
Yeah, you're gonna shoot
Unstable
them.
when I shoot
I'm
them.
very excited to see what happens when you shoot them.
Arkeero definitely gets
like-
on, and he just goes.
I would like to know, should I be holding on to these?
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. There's no growth without experimentation. Right. And I think there you guys approach, you finally find your way. Ilyad does a couple circles trying to follow different people's directions, and finally you make it to this massive, you're almost to the mainland now. It's just where more solid land is starting. You've made it back into there, and it's starting to get toward the more rich part of town, but they still built this building close to the docks because it's where you set up your, as it says on the sign, House Tajeca, extravagant sojourns and exotic travels. And it's this massive, bright blue house with white pillars. And again, it's in that Spanish style. So you've got the clay tile, the roof, and just pillars all the way around, large windows. And as you walk in, you realize there's like, it's this massive entrance with a very shiny wood floor, a beautiful chandelier in the center, and a kind of like a receptionist desk, but in this like slight moon shape across there. And in either side, there are parties going on in other rooms over there. Rich, very well-dressed elves and humans. To the right, there's actually a handful of Narissima, which are like these cat-like people who are very tall, and they're dressed in more Arabian-type garb, with these flowing silks, and they're all just talking and singing and dancing to this music, but it's all very, very high fluty proper. And behind the moon-shaped desk are two individuals, a sea elf with very black skin, an actual female sea elf, with bright white hair that's kind of all brought into, it's not, she doesn't have dreads, but all her hair is pulled into these dread-like looking strands that are wrapped with metal all the way, and then it's tied up in like this kind of messy sort of bun and dangling down. And of course her eyes are piercing white. And she has lots of strange markings tattooed on her face, and lots of earrings. But these are very expensive, like the Tajeca before, there's diamonds and silver and gold in her ears. And next to her, as you assume, sitting on a very high stool, is a halfling man with curly brown hair and pretty pale skin in this fine suit coat, with matching rings to the sea elf's earrings. And when they see you, they both look up and wait. The sea elf woman says, "Welcome to House Tajeca. Do you have an adventure in mind? We can supply you the ride. Please come. Speak. How can we help you?"
You.
He was totally daydreaming.
Give them.
I was really contemplating the situation at hand. And I think I should just go to sleep.
Not the
No,
time.
not me, guys. I'm not tired. Iliad.
Also not the time.
Okay.
You must talk to them. Give them the card. Tell them who you are, sea turtle.
Do you actually spit? Does Iliad spit?
No.
Okay.
For a moment, I thought he might. He was about to. He went.
You have
As
a
he,
moment.
as he looked away.
Yeah, you have a moment where you make eye contact with the halfling, and he's just like, and then you swallow it.
What am I doing?
Ask for the Tajeca.
We would like Mr. Tajeca. What am I talking like? Excuse me, sir. We would like to talk to Mr. Tajeca.
Can that all be like canon?
Yes.
Show them the card.
Oh.
Well. Very good. I was going to say Mr. Tajeca is on holiday, headed for the Kingdom of Dinalthir. It seems you must have run into him recently if you have this card. There's this moment where the sea elf looks down at the halfling and the halfling looks over and they both roll their eyes and look back.
You have not heard of the sea turtle. The sea turtle.
Does this ring a bell?
He doesn't pull out the flute. It just does that.
No, I have not.
The Tajecas were so impressed by his performance, they gave him a card.
We did the finale.
I missed it.
The
But
one.
it was amazing.
Forgive me. Yes, we did just receive word that you would possibly be arriving here. Sorry, Master Sea Turtle. It is a pleasure to meet you, of course.
All the pleasure's mine.
Indeed.
Yours.
All the
No,
pain
chill
is
witch.
mine.
You had it right. You had it right.
As he's looking at you hear Nori in the back
pleasure
go,
is all mine.
Sacred. I see you are enjoying the sights and sounds of a breer.
Oh, always, always.
The sea elf says, so what is it you're looking for, sea turtle, then? It is a job.
Fame. Fortune.
But
Passage.
also a job that includes passage.
A structured career in which to share my gifts with.
Look, hon, I'm his booking agent. We want a job. We just need a room for tonight, and we'll work out the things with management.
If I may interject, I have a passion.
We don't pay you to talk, we pay you to sing.
I'm sorry. This is great. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, you had me at fortune.
Again, there's another moment where they both look at each other, and the sea elf just touches the halfling's hand and pats it. Yes, I have this, darling. Booking agent, it is so grateful that you give your talent a little time to get it all out before they are in front of the audience. Very wise of you. We do have the possibility of a job. There is the next sojourn on actually our most recently completed, and I suddenly can't think of the word, where you send a boat off and you hit the champagne. Christening, yeah. Our christened Tajeca's jewel. This is the most advanced ship ever created. 20 decks. It has Lorian. I don't know if you've heard of him, Noma Shipwright. He's amazing. His most advanced, well, you'll just have to see it. Perhaps you saw one of his earlier models just was leaving. If you have arrived recently,
Yep, we noted it on the way in. The Royal Artificer here has done some work with him in the past.
what? Maybe. Yeah, he's all right. I'm better. But ships aren't my thing. Well, he looks at Brick. They weren't my thing. We'll see.
Real ships. Yeah.
Mine are better. They will be better. Anyways, what I was saying. Also, they employ several druids of the All-Mother's faith to manipulate the voyage to make sure that the weather is just right. On top of that, some dwarven enchanters have also done much amazing work upon the hull and every piece of wood. Oh, it is. We have spared no expense with this. We must see it. If the sea turtle is as good as the Lord Tajeca says he is, then this would be the boat for him.
Oh, trust me, he's top deck.
Well, let us not get too crazy. But
No, let's.
Forgive him, the sea turtle is not accustomed to the land. So,
indeed.
How tall is the table? How tall is the moon-shaped table?
It's like a human height sort of table. Tiri's looking up this whole time.
Okay.
Because the halfling, like, you're pretty sure he's sitting on a stool
Okay.
to be up there.
I think I should roll to pick up Tiri and put her on my shoulders.
Yes, can that roll
You
happen?
can do it, yeah, if you want to.
Agility, I assume.
To catch, yes.
Oh my gosh.
8.
Is it?
No, you're a 5,
2d6?
2d6.
What? Are you sure?
I think
You're right, it's
so.
a 1d8, isn't it, for something else?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well. 17.
17. So that'll be against your guard unless you want to defend.
I can't make that a kind of a negative show here. I'm just surprised he was able to lift the hammer. So I guess, sure, he can go ahead and lift Tiri.
All right. It's a little like you get her and you're like, oh.
You're heavier than I
Maybe it's more like this. You're holding her.
like a Rudy.
Yeah, sure.
Hooray!
This way, if you would like to see the ship and see some more.
I think we need to tell someone about the Dreki.
I'm sure there's a place where we file complaints. Make
We need to
notices.
talk to Tajeca now.
Oh, the
Is
captain
it
of the
again?
ship. Because
Yes.
Tajeca's not here, right?
No, the Lord Tajeca is on holiday for several weeks. But yes.
Who's
you need-
next in charge?
Well, that would be us, of course.
Oh,
You?
you're the captain.
No, of the Tajeca's jewel. No. But we
He's-
are in charge.
In charge of what?
The business, of course. We run it in the Tajeca's absence.
There's pirates. There's pirates.
Yes, there are many, indeed.
No, there's that.
They're gonna attack you.
Yeah, you tell them.
Well,
That's all you need to
he
know.
smiles. Oh, please. We are well prepared. Come, let us show you. And he hops off. He suddenly, all that's there is his curly head, curly hair behind the desk, and he walks out. And the sea elf, of course, he's a hobbit, so he kind of a waddle, kind of walk, and next to him the sea elf is just gracefully walking, and he actually has his hand just on her leg, which is like bare with this dress that she's wearing. And they start leading you up some stairs through there's a whole second floor where there's other parties going on, and the halfling explains, we like to keep a good atmosphere here to understand this is just a taste of what you will experience on one of our trips. And so we...
Sorry, not to you. Whoever else is listening.
I do hear that.
Yes.
And I want to secretly step back with Ingrid, and I want to tell her to steal something.
All right. Roll perception. See what you see.
Woo, I'm excited.
Girl in the candy
19,
shop.
nice.
So as they are talking,
As he's leading you through, he's going to explain the different events that happen on the ships and all the different places they go. And when we get up to the top floor, you will look out and see where you can see from here through a looking glass where the Tajeca's jewel is docked currently, and you can get a feel for it, and they can talk more details. And he also talks about we're very picky about our entertainment, and the certain styles go with certain decks. And while you're doing that, several waiters are going by of different races. There's some men and elves, and then there's halflings and one or two gnomes. And as a gnome servant is walking by you that's shorter enough, these are like real crystal goblets with gold inlay on the top and the bottom. And while walking by, one of the probably tipsy noble human woman kind of trips out of the party, heading for who knows, the bathroom or whatever, and kind of bumps into the gnome, and he like spins around and he has to help her, so he's holding the tray like this, and there's just pure crystal goblets with gold filigree.
How many?
Gold. 5.
I want 2.
All right. Roll your agility.
Okay.
And
my goal for her is to steal something special. It's not just to steal something.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Something special.
okay. Well, with a 19,
What I see, right? Those
you can have the glasses. Because Ingrid's greedy. She would take the glasses. I think as you're swiping them, then you will notice in the back pocket of the halfling, there he has like the gold watch sort of tucked in the front, but then there's another chain that goes to to his back pocket. You can't see what it is, but there's something in there, and you can try to roll agility to pull it out.
Okay. Oh, it's not good.
I'll say you have advantage because he's distracted talking as well.
Okay.
And you can spend a legend point after the roll if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I try to help in some way? Like, I don't know what's going on. But I want to like jog up in front of the halfling and the elf and be like, hey guys.
They stop.
And I'm gonna put my helmet up.
I'm just gonna
stand there like this.
You get another advantage for assistance too, and the legend point. Yep. That's
Okay.
right. So you're keeping one, and then there's just gonna be like.
So. 13.
You with the legend point, you're keeping 3d6. Remember.
Okay.
And then a +1.
+1 for the legend
I
point.
added the plus.
Okay, 16.
Oh, thank you.
Dude, I'll just hold it.
Just a second.
Don't see it. Dang, they saw it.
No, they also rolled a 16. So
Lucky.
Yep. Okay. Sure. So Rick does that, and they both like the the halfling looks over at Ilyad and is like, well, if this is the type of magic show you have.
No, the lucky is HX turns my flashlights on.
I like that. Ingrid's starting to pull it out, and you almost have it. It's actually this little booklet thing. And as you start to pull, he feels the tug, and then, my eyes. We don't want to harm the guests, of course.
No intentions. That's, yeah, strictly protection, entertainment.
Very well. We will find out later what you got. But you get it. You quick snip the chain and you tuck it into your
chain?
Yeah.
It's impressive.
So he brings you up to the top, and you guys can look out. You can see it's the most massive ship in the dock, and if you look through the looking glass, it's got those crazy like fins on the side, and you can get just from looking. You're looking at the back of the ship as it's sitting in dock. And you can see behind it, again, there's some kind of mechanical arms in there and some gears. It looks like the fins could actually move, and you realize there's like multiple layers of them. And it's just gorgeous, bright colors and flags all over it, and there's lots of activity. It looks like they're loading it up with supplies right now. And yes.
So I'm going to interject at this point. So tell me how secure you are.
Yes, of course.
Oh, thank God.
First of all,
I have no idea where this is going.
First of all, we will have a small fleet, 6 ice ships I think we have following alongside. We do not travel at a high speed, of course. This is luxury. If needed, with the modifications that have been done, this ship can easily outrun your standard longship, even with its size.
I'm not worried about you being outrun. I'm worried about you having things stolen from within.
Oh, well, yes, that's always a problem. But we have the top of the line. It's actually Lord Tajeca's cousin who runs the gods on the ship itself, as well as several family members, each captaining one of the other ships following along. We do not hire any mercenaries for the main vessel. Any outside hires are only for the guard ships that follow along.
Any Trekkies?
On the hired as mercenaries, you mean? Well, yes, certainly there are several, but they are on...
Red, yellow,
There are many
peg legs,
colors.
pirate hats.
A few of them do tend to dress in such attire, yes, but they have proper uniforms, of course, once they are employed by us.
I'm not worried about how they're dressed. I'm worried about
They're
their
hot.
actions.
Don't insult their cousin.
No.
No, but that's the main ship, not the.
I
We're
am
talking
not
about the
worried
other
about the-
ones, right?
I'm not worried about the cousin. I'm worried about the Tajeca himself, his safety. I am here looking out for him and for us.
I am the lady speaks up. I'm sure my cousin would be very happy to hear such a thing. But
Your
you have
cousin
nothing to
too.
fear. We are a large family. Not large for a typical Semcorinthus family, but we are doing well. And, but we employ some of the most well-trained paladins of the dragon faith upon our ship as well. They are some clandestine and others that are more apparent in their protection, as well as several are safes for all important cargo is stored in the lower decks, and that is protected by several enchantments. Dwarvish, very top of the line, I promise you.
What if I could promise you even more and better protection?
Then we may have something to talk about.
Ingrid?
He wants the thing you stole.
Oh, I hear
She
the
just,
hilarious.
And the other?
And then the book. Hesitantly, I kept the chain.
That's fine. I'll accept that.
Oh, my. How dare you? Oh, he just gotta jump to try and get how did you get a hold of this? Oh.
That is not important. What is important is that I have been trying to warn you that you may not be as safe as you think. What I am offering is our protection against such evils for safe passage.
I'm not evil, but
I'm gonna make a great racketeer someday. We'll work on you.
Book? Very well. Color me impressed. They look at each other, and the sea elf bends down, and you hear this whispering for a little bit, and then the sea elf. Yes. Very well. The sea turtle performs. You can all be his entourage as disguise, but you will be given special permissions to access any deck you wish. We will take whatever information it is you have garnered, considering the pirating. There has been a lot lately, to be honest. So any information would be quite profitable to us. And, welcome aboard the Tajeca's Jewel. I think we'll wrap up the episode there. So you guys will head off when we pick back up. Nice. I didn't see that coming, actually. Ingrid was very
I was
excited.
so certain you were going to bungle the whole thing. Like, all this setup just gone.
So they'll say we'll talk details later, but they'll get you set up and on the ship. So we'll pick up on the ship and maybe have a little rundown of the ship and what's going on, and
Cool.
off to sea.
I'm glad you kept the chain.
And the glasses too.
Yes, it's in my equipment right now.
Awesome. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. We're going to get off to see you in the next episode. So check out openlegendrpg.com and heromuster.com to start playing right away. Check out the links in our description below for all the music, sound effects, and ambience that we use. Really awesome stuff. And here, what am I saying? Greyhawk channel and Inn of Planar Crossroads on YouTube for actual play. And Great Mustache has a Twitch stream that does actual play as well. And
Contest.
hashtag BombSquad RPG anniversary. And I'm going to fall asleep. We'll see you next week.
Rhymed.